And welcome back, guys. We are here with the last game of the evening. Skiet binne taken on Minions of Dionysus. I'm joined by Brave. How you doing, Brave?
All good, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem. I'm glad you could jump on. I always like having my guest casters coming in. So, Minions of the Dionysus, they did win the first game of this evening, and Skiet binne have just lost their first game to Too Drunk to Care. On the side of Skiet binne, we've got a Kunkka getting banned out with the Disrupt, and on the side of Minions, it's a Lich and a Chaos Knight. These are very common bans. Brave, Lich being quite big in the meta, they do opt to pick him or ban him quite a lot. We've seen, the Chaos Knight doing pretty well this tournament as well.
Yeah, Chaos Knight can just outright delete a lot of popular carries, and his lane presence really good with the lifesteal on his passive.
Yeah, I mean, he's got.
I'm not too certain why the Disruptor got banned out. I mean, that's not a first wave ban in my world. Maybe they know something I don't.
I mean, as supports go and first phase ban, I mean, I wouldn't complain about that Disruptor being banned. It's alright, I guess. It's got a good crowd control. The AoE is decent, so yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. So just based on the bans from Skiet binne, it looks like they're really avoiding the team fight. And Kunkka and Disruptor really like to play from ahead, right? Like from a pressure centric point of view. Otherwise, they really become useful. Glimpse and X don't mean much when you're getting run down, which is why they're interesting bans.
Right. So an early Wind Ranger coming up, which I don't really see all too often. I haven't even seen a Wind Ranger in this tournament, let alone a first pick Wind Ranger. Core or support, I think this can be a flex pick.
The only question that comes to mind to me is whether they run it mid or off lane. But in this case, I think it's going to be off lane. I haven't seen many pos 5s. This is like a pos 3 hero.
Well, the pos 4 as well. When I talk about supports, definitely more 4 than the 5. Right.
Yeah. So for other teams to 100%, I just for me a pos 3 or even a pos 4. I don't see Windrunner building them team items like a pipe or a crimson.
No, he's more going for the Maelstrom and DPS with
So this Windrunner pickup is actually quite nice against Lifestealer. That sustained damage, and you can do the Windrun while he rages on you. So
well, I also do like the decent double pick coming out from Minions. There's a carrier for the lifesteal in the form of that snowball. Of course, lifestealer getting strong now as well. He's got the new movement speed buff, which is awesome. He's got his rage, the armor's been strong.
This Tusk lifestealer is going to be super scary. Roll, shards, slow. That's really scary, especially against an ancient apparition, right?
Yo, exactly. So AA getting picked into something like this wombo combo is a little bit too much. But the thing is, Brave, do you find that sometimes we opt to go for wombo combos and then yet during a 30-minute game we never use them? I mean, in the last game that you were watching, there was no double Lich ulti with that Grimstroke combo. And that obviously would have been the intention early on in the draft, so...
I like that you use the word intent, right? I think it's very much we draft with intent, but the practicality sometimes eludes us.
Yeah.
And so these ideas are wonderful, but how much have these guys practiced the
implementation?
And I mean, it's one thing to practice it in a 3-man party in pubs and stuff, but scrimming these ideas becomes really difficult. People are more aware with their warding, they're more aware with their positioning because they know these things can happen to them. So I think it's difficult to execute your intent, and sometimes the drafts are a bit too, they need too much work to become effective.
Indeed they do, and let's check the rest of the draft here. So the bans coming on the side of Skiet binne here. Invoker and a Spirit Breaker, which Gaffy-chan did play a lot earlier. So Skiet binne not really feeling these mid heroes, banning out both the Invoker and the Storm. Whereas Minions looking to vary it a bit more. They've got a Sand King ban, the ELSA been pretty strong as we know. SF, another mid hero getting banned out. So I like the variety from both these bans.
A lot of like control heroes, right? Like so the Invoker and Spirit Breaker do pretty well against like a Lifestealer. Like once Rage is done, you can just cut to control and bash, charge bash, ulti him. Like he's also like super susceptible, and Spirit Breaker ult goes through Rage, right? Like so it's a very cheap spell to like just stop his momentum from what he's trying to do. They also empower the Lifestealer, right? So all great bans.
So like one hero I actually have not seen in this tournament is this Dark Willow, and I mean it's pretty cool that Minions are bringing her out. We haven't been blessed.
Super popular today.
Yeah, so exactly. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad we've seen a Dark Willow because it also makes casting more interesting when we get a variety of different heroes. And she's awesome because she's got her multiple disables. She can zone out pretty well. The Brambles are really decent right now. Plus, her mana cost got reduced and the cooldown got reduced as well to 25 seconds. So, Dark Willow got a pretty decent buff. If we're going to talk about her.
Maz, look at these three heroes, right? Like, Tusk, Willow, Lifestealer.
Okay.
Right. Who escapes this? Who gets out of the wrath of these three?
I guess not the anti-mage.
Man, like, anti-mage is gonna step into the Bramble, right? Like, you put Bramble on top of the Ice Shard, and it's gonna be so expensive, right? Like, they're just gonna run him to the tower. He's not gonna get farm if these three heroes run at him, right? Like,
no, but that's it. I mean,
pretty scary.
And the thing is,
Bristleback.
The Terrorize as well is great ultimate. Just to control team fights. She's got a stun. She's got a nice, awesome ability just to poke it, plays the longer charges. I mean, I like playing a Will, and when it came out with the Pango, it was actually such a great support, and it was even being run as a core when she picks up her, plus 200 attack speed. Machine Gun Fairy, do you remember that?
Yes, that was glorious.
I mean,
glorious. So this Bristleback offlane to go against the Lifestealer, and do you think the Bristleback's going to be like super effective against Lifestealer with Feast? I mean, he can just open wounds, Feast.
Yeah, exactly.
Eat up some HP. The core stack does hurt, but in your experience, like, how effective is this?
I mean,
this counter pick for Lifestealer.
So but the thing is, the minions will have to. Minions would have to pick up a Silver Edge carrier here if the Bristle even does get that out of control, just to kind of break down that passive of his. But like you said, Lifestealer with his him eating HP away from heroes, it's obviously nice against someone like a Pudge, but I suppose Bristleback will have to do here.
Bristleback not the target you want, but he's going to be the target in your lane, so you'll have to think.
Oh my goodness, so Elemental playing his second Pango of the evening. He really had a damn good Pango earlier tonight. Witch Doctor as well.
This Minions lineup is looking glorious.
I love this Minions lineup, and we were talking about Willow earlier coming out of the Pango. Now we literally get to see Pango right next to Willow.
This is going to be super scary.
Yeah, it definitely will. We saw a massive Rolling Thunder coming out from Elemental in the last game. He had a sterling game.
10 seconds remaining.
So that's going to be...
I mean, like, you can use Tusk's Ball to just pull everyone out of a Witch Doctor ult, or pull everyone out of an AA ult.
I mean, granted,
just delay.
Granted, this Witch Doctor even manages to get that ulti off. If he doesn't get disrupted, if he doesn't get snowballed on...
Well, how much
it's gonna
they
be
don't
tough.
have that much disable, like Pango with Basher or the Silence proc, and Dark Willow Terrorize, and the stun from Tusk Ball. That's what they've got to disable Witch Doctor, right? But a Glimmer might put him in a really good position, and stacking that with an AA ult with Bristleback calls, and a Power Shot to like just give that extra like 200 or 300 damage.
Okay, so let's talk about that power shot very quickly. No one is that soft or squishy on the side of minions that power shot's actually gonna... There's not gonna be like an outright kill with that power shot on the side of minions.
It'll hurt Willow, but
It can.
The annoying Pango that tries to like queue away, like then you just drop a nice little well-crafted snipe. So I think it will have its uses in the game, but it's very dependent on, you know, whether she's still alive and they're running away.
Yeah. All right. So we got
But it is
a Razor getting banned, last pick for minions with a silence on the side of Skiet, binne. I do like the fact that the Juggernaut got picked up after the Razor. So I suppose there's no static link to steal. There's nothing to steal there from the Juggernaut. So that's pretty good.
I suppose they were also worried about getting picked up against Lifestealer, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. So I mean, and Timbersaw being so huge these days with the extra armor in the patch as well.
Man, this is this is pretty scary coming out of minions.
Yeah, no. Well, minions showed their dominance in the first game, so I mean they are
This
having
is
a
a
good.
super aggressive kind of lineup. They are not going to be afraid to just run at you.
No, I don't think they are going to be at all.
I don't think the AA ult is going to be able to keep up by pushing them away. I don't think Casks is. I think in terms of execution, it's probably like harder for minions. But the team fight will be nice for Skiet, binne, right? Like.
And I mean, so if you had to put your last 5 rand down on who's gonna win this game, then
personal preference, I like minions.
All right, so if you were betting, man, you'd be putting it down on minions.
I don't have 5 rand to bet, but I'd bet your 5 rand on minions.
All right, you cheap bastard. That's fine.
I'm really curious to see how this Bristleback matches up. I think it's what's this mid windrunner then? Yeah.
So obviously I kind of personally know these players. So Full is a mid player.
Great.
He's the Jug. Matthias is the offlaner. So that's an offlane wind. And you did bring up the 3 earlier. So I do like the sets on that Bristleback. He's got a glorious moustache.
It would have been nice with a red emerald back. Would have been super dope. And this.
But I mean, I do have to agree with you. This
Tusk gun looks cool.
Yeah, I do have to agree with you. I think the draft coming out here from minions is pretty decent, though. They got an awesome carrier for the lifesteal in that Tusk, and it's gonna be hard. I think, like you said, that poor AA, he's not gonna flip and jump into those fights anytime soon. Like hell, I wouldn't.
Like a Jug, right? Like Jug damage, right? He's gonna blast. Let's say he blasts his ult on this lifestealer. My question is he gonna have enough damage to delete the lifestealer and then something? Right?
Yep.
Because Jug really needs, with his ult, he absolutely has to delete something. 2 things is even better. But I think he has to delete something with his ult.
So kind of the picks on the side of minions are decent in the fact that they're all quite big and tanky. And this is why I mentioned that power shot.
100%.
But now when you bring up the Omni Slash, now it makes me think, okay, cool. Who can he pick off? And frankly, it might only be the Willow that's going to get Omni Slashed.
No, because Willow's got the shift, right? The shadow roll.
Yes, she does. Okay, so it's no one. Okay, Brave, it's no one. Fine. No one is getting Omni Slash. Juggernaut, you useless. Don't play the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right.
I think I wonder even like maybe is this a diffusal kind of like game? Like, do you want to burn some mana like to help you secure the kill? Oh no. Oh no, Bramble doing like a lot of work here.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. That is absolutely beautiful.
All right, so let's get straight into the action, guys. So we do have Skiet, binne playing from the Radiant side upwards. We've got minions playing from the Dire side downwards. My correction, Phil's gonna take the safe lane. It is going to be Matthias playing a wind mid. They just swapping around the roles, which is perfect. Hanswag, he was playing the anti-mage earlier, had a bit of a tough time, went straight Battle Fury. It didn't work out too well for him. He is on a bristleback now. I think it should be a lot better for him. First blood though. Ouchies.
Yeah, I told you, right? Like, what do you do against this? Like, they're leaving the Pango in the safe lane against the bristle AA. I mean, like, Pango's not gonna like, but like he can use some Q to get away and smash to like live. But like this bottom lane is dangerous.
Yeah, Brave, what do you make of tri lanes these days? You've seen a lot of teams in this tournament have opted for the tri lane. Is it kind of like making its way back? Is it still a thing?
It's all about money, baby. All about money. And these offensive tri lanes, I love them.
And this Pango just gets a really decent solo lane as well. And is that what you want in your offlaner, just to get big and hard?
100%. So Pango's not gonna like. I mean, he's not gonna do great against these quills.
Oh, and Freaky Field, you're having a tough time. One more hit from Mexican, he's gonna take you down. Full can't even farm this camp.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, you see this aggressive tri lane, Jugger get nothing. You get nothing, sir.
Yep.
Like, you can't even go and play around in the little safe camp. He can't do anything.
No, how you
this is not what you want. This is not what you want. Spin is not gonna like sustain anything here. Like, you're not gonna get the kill off. Jacob, my boy, I feel for you. This is a sad day for you.
But I mean, these teams are just running tri lanes these days. They're so popular, and I mean, they're aggressive, like you said. You get your solo offlaner just getting decent farm by himself with the XP, and it's a Pango as well. We know Pango can be pretty devastating. He's also going to get a quick 6-up, which is awesome because Rolling Thunder is damn good.
100%. So this tri lane's going to suffer a bit in the terms of XP, right? Like, they're not going to get the early level, right? But
catches the AA.
Look at all these kills, right?
Gaffy
Jug and
yep, you're in trouble, mate. And of course, there's the Shadow Realm coming out to finish off. So
100%. These supports aren't going to get any money. These supports aren't going to get any levels. I mean, here, level 1 Witch Doctor rolling up in the hood against 3 level 2s, right? Like, and this Winter Wyvern, he's been sent back to base.
A Winter Wyvern?
Sorry, Ancient Apparition.
I was thinking,
got
like,
white faces. Sorry.
No, that's fine. But you know what? You talk about this level 1 Witch Doctor, is that the Dark Will and the Tusk are sharing XP, and they still managed to get to level 2 before that Witch Doctor. So yeah, Shampies. But meanwhile, talking about them, a rotate mid into Snowball, picks up the Willer. They're going on to Matthias. They're gonna catch him. Brambles come out, does catch him, and there should be a dead Wind Ranger. He's gonna fall power shot into nowhere for good measure.
Okay. At least he got something.
Here comes Fricky Field. Stunning in a Maledict, but that's not going to hurt someone like a Timbersaw. He doesn't give a shit about what you're throwing at him. He's got a 2 pips in reactive armor. He's pretty sorted.
Yeah, he's got the Soul Ring already. He is super happy.
Meanwhile, top lane, shield crash onto Hanswag. Oh, one more.
Look at
into Brambles. Does not get the kill. Here we go, Shadow Realm. Alright.
Bye.
I mean, you didn't even need to charge up that Shadow Realm at all. It was just gonna do that damage.
I think it was good. Like, don't get too greedy. Don't go under the tower. You know, secure it. Like, it's definite. If you didn't need to use it, you didn't need to use it. But I'm okay with committing the Shadow Realm to that.
No, definitely.
And now,
why not? Look at
Bristleback feels crippled. Windrunner feels crippled, and Juggernaut is definitely crippled, right? Like,
and the cooldown's not even that long on the Shadow Realm as well. Alright, caught in Bramble, so they do have Hanswag. Meanwhile, Elemental jacking those.
Awesome. Securing.
Yep. It should be a 4 for 0. Ouchies. So no gold going the way of Skiet, binne. Snowball top going on to Handswag. Picks up the Dark Willow. They ain't gonna do nothing. It's
Good that
fine.
they didn't commit.
Yeah,
I like that.
Bramble Maze on cooldown, so can't do anything there. Alright,
You know, but it's instilling that fear, right? It's instilling that fear. Maybe you proc some unwanted teleports, like get some guys to teleport up here, use your teleports to go bot and punish the jug again.
oh, here we go,
You know,
massive
you can do
rotation
some-
coming mid again. So these supports are doing a hell of a lot of the work. Snowball picking up the guy once again, going on to Mativa. She uses the run.
Okay.
Oh, just misses that Bramble Maze. Well done. Alright.
Maybe shit queued it. Oh, great shadow roll.
What I would love to see from the side of Skiet binne here is he needs a ward. He needs to have a ward here to see, man, getting ganked. He needs
So what's
vision there.
what's been pretty nice for Radiant is that the rotations mid have been like super expensive, right? They rotating 2 roam heroes, you know, and they only got the kill once, and he got a return kill on a 3-man dive, right?
Oh, Fricky Fields in a bad space is gonna get the shackles on him, might just catch him.
I don't know. I think this is Timber's day.
It
Goodbye.
is. There we go. Nice win run away. Did catch the opposing mid Timber, so that's a pretty decent pick off
That
for Skiet binne.
That was a bit over ballsy from Timber, and you don't really want to die early with Timber, right? Like you want to deal the damage, like maybe you get a kill, but you definitely don't want to die.
I mean, listen,
keep
when the
that
guy's got
going.
2 in reactive armor, he can be ballsy. We know that that the guy can get tanky as hell, though. So,
100%. Be super ballsy, but
careful.
maledict, right?
Yeah, no, sure.
Maledict.
Well, here we go.
Like-
Fall in a little bit of trouble. Does get the
here
open
we
wounds
go.
onto him. Snowball gonna catch
See,
him.
there's the delay.
Ouchies.
I think he could have delayed that a bit more.
But
Like
it's-
dodged on
Yeah, no,
maledict.
Full didn't look like he was dying. I mean, he's still got half health at this point, so...
Oh.
Meanwhile, Tuskar going away with struggling. Oh boy, gonna get frozen.
Cool, just rage TP. Feels
Yeah.
good. I don't know if he wanted to TP all the way out. He could have TP tower, but like that's fine.
Yeah,
TP
no, true.
shrine.
That finally gets his mana back up again, so it's okay. Oh, here we go, mid-action, and Mativus in a
Here we
little
go.
bit of trouble. He's gonna get this double
This
stun
is the
on him.
rotation I have a lot more faith in, right? Like it wasn't so expensive. They might get more. Like
Oh yeah, hand swag might be
I
a
think
spot
they
of
can get
trouble.
more.
Yeah, they might just get more. And 420, are you gonna die, friend?
oh,
Alright.
do not run close to a timber.
Double kill there, yep, exactly.
Oh,
I mean, he
yo.
literally just had to
Even
use
this-
that whirling death to his advantage.
100%. It's level 3. That is super scary for a strength hero right now.
Oh, whoopsie.
Oh man.
Chat just
Whoops.
I don't know if you can see chat right now. I think I put something note down
Twitch
the map.
chat.
Yeah, whoopsie daisy. Whoops. That wasn't me. What I was trying to say, Binger, for the boys, is that 2 wards seem to go there and there. I wasn't intentionally. Anyway, Freaky Field should die here.
Alright, so Windrunner ult's coming
Here we
down.
go, Gaffy Chan gonna fall as well. One more pip coming out from Crude Dude, and things looking pretty good for minions.
So Maz, I gotta ask you,
Alright.
if you're Radiant now, right? Like, what do you do? Like, there's this immense amount of pressure coming through from these roaming supports. The cores can sustain themselves now. They don't need to do anything, right? Like, they just stay in their lane. The supports come to them, and things die. What do you do as Radiant?
I mean, like I said, I think I need to see Wind Ranger having how do I say this? I need wards in the mid so he's not getting ganked like he is right now by this Tuskar once again. I mean, Wind doesn't have herself any wards to protect herself.
They don't have any vision.
You know,
They have no vision.
and then you know, secondly, I think securing this Juggernaut a bit of farm is going to be essential. And look at this whole look at that mid, man. Just minions are walking around doing what they want. Here we go, catching that 50 field once again, gets caught in the brambles, is gonna fall for that. Oh boy, killing spree for 420.
Maz,
Hello, sir.
last dealer is 300 away from Relic.
There we go. He's having a good lane.
He's going naked, but like he is 300 away from Relic.
Well, listen.
And-
You know if you get a good radiance timing, there's no problem. It's already 10 minutes as he's picking up that relic. That's a good timing for me. And so you can be naked, man. Who cares? He's gonna have a damn radiance just now. Meanwhile, top.
No one is safe.
Nope.
No one is safe.
No
They
one's
are just
gonna be
walking wherever they want, taking what they want.
Yep, that's
Whoa.
just true. And Handswag almost came under a little bit of trouble top, but he does have his ulti. He is, gonna tank up a bit. Man, he needs to get a Vanguard up quite fast though.
Jug spending the spin to dodge the crown. But the threat is real. Tusk is here.
Yeah, massive rotations. That's
Yeah.
the thing. The minions
And-
are rotating so nicely.
It's these aggressive here. Oh wow, goodbye Frick. Oh, that was so clear.
Ooh, Fricky?
One didn't queue. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So meanwhile, Elemental
okay.
actually does
Fricky
pop the
love spot
ultimate.
today.
No,
Yep.
what's he gonna bounce back off on? Oh no, Elemental. All right, you can't drive, can you?
No, I think he just wanted to get away from the tower, possible
Yeah.
rotations.
And Fricky
But
Phil living to.
Fricky, good dodge. Feels good, man. Feels real good. But bottom is super scary right now.
Yeah, we're waiting for Phil to get
Available,
his Omnis
But
Flash up.
Yapi-chan, goodbye. Nope, they're not doing it. Okay, so they're gonna push up the lane. Where's the siege creeps? Not yet.
And you know what? I find that Juggernaut can farm so quickly though. So like this Omni Slash should have been up maybe a while ago. I mean, everyone else is level
Yeah, so-
7 already.
So they were running a dual lane against the Trump.
Yeah, so it was
You'd
tough
expect him
though.
to have a little bit more XP, but he got ranged, got like zoned out right range.
Yeah,
Range,
unfortunately.
XP range.
Yep.
Yeah, so and as a result, they left because they put so much pressure. Lifestealer got some solo XP, and now Jug is behind, and he really needs some damage. Omni Slash without some damage,
Yeah,
it's
and
just a little hop.
just these supports are gonna have to stack some camps for him because he's gonna be looking to get farm. But it's kind of hard to stack camps. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how do you stack when your carry's gonna get run over?
And yeah, meanwhile, here comes the famous rotating duo of Tusk and Willow. Oh
think this
boy.
is-
Yep, and Freaky Field might just get picked off here. They are going to catch him. Whoops, I found you in the woods.
They see him.
Maledict
But that is
with Bramble
kind of
Snowball
good.
coming in, does catch him.
No
Walrus
damage.
Punch!
There we
And
go.
that's it.
And the shackle came, but it was too late. And this is a tower, so no good spot for them to like counter a rush. Not that
Radiant's middle tower.
Dire has a super great
Here we
rush
go,
right now.
first crown onto Handswag. They're gonna catch him. Yeah. Oh, nice Shackle's coming out there, but is he caught in Brambles? Don't bristle back. They got you.
The
A
bramble.
double one, and is he gonna be stopped coming out from the creeps? Man. Oh, there we go. Now, oh, beautiful ulti there coming out from the Dark Willow. Save in 420, actually. He does have a hood up though, so he's not too sword. Oh, was that an Omni Slash? Did he
Almost a snipe.
Did he use an Omni Slash?
Yeah, Omni
Or did
Slash.
he do anything?
Does nothing. He just has phase boots.
There we go. That's a power
And,
shot opportunity. Oh man, there's no power shot for the Wind Ranger here. Meanwhile, this
There was
rolling.
some nice power shot
Oh,
opportunity.
nice. Yeah, I was gonna say that. That Timbersaw would have died to a power shot there.
Dire's middle tower is
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's just too dangerous to try and capitalize
Oh,
on
here
that.
we go.
You'll-
Dark Willow
you'll
does
lose
pick
the
up a
life.
haste, so Phil's gonna get chased. There's no way
Oh,
you're trying to hide
that was
in the
great.
trees. They're gonna get you.
Too deep.
friend. Oh, here we go. Snowball coming
Oh,
out.
immediately destroyed.
Does have a Walrus Punch, does take him down into Brambles, gets caught, does miss it, doesn't matter. Oh my word,
Yes.
the shard's missing, are you serious?
L-
But
oh,
it's okay.
luck was on his side, but not enough.
When I played Tusker, I like to throw the shards past the person. Why did you... He threw it a little short, I think, there. Just a little short. It's
Yeah,
okay.
I don't think he expected Jug to use and got him just on the other side of the shards.
Yeah, and I think maybe he was expecting him to get caught in the brambles as well, which he didn't, so...
Radiant's bottom tower is
That's okay. Meanwhile, Mativa's getting snowballed on. It's not going to be enough. There we go. Good shots coming out there with a shield crash. And it's fine. He'll live to fight another day. Doesn't have his wind run, though. He's lucky. So, I mean, what do you do at this point now when you kind of can't, you know, get wards on the map? Minions are kind of in your half the whole time. It's tough, isn't it? You can't even really smoke and ward up at this point.
Yeah, so maybe you leave the bristle in the off lane with no vision, and you ward up the right hand side of the map, right? So control one part of the map, and just let Jug be safe for like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, the duration of a ward. If he needs to come back in a big way, and this Yasha hopefully gonna help out, but I don't know if it's enough damage. Right? I spoke about how
I mean,
Timber with reactive.
It's a Yasha.
You can't.
It's a Yasha he never had, so why not? Meanwhile, this AA is in a big spot. Oh no, the ice shots again. Reaper, come
Unlucky.
on. You're better than that.
Yeah, unlucky. So that's some saving graces, right? Like, so these are plays that should have guaranteed kills. And I mean, Muzz, it's 15k, right? Like, the missing these few kills isn't breaking the bank for them.
No,
But
it's not.
it is
It's not.
idle time. This Radiance on last dealer, it is going to be a super scary time for
the bank on anyone.
Is under attack.
But yeah, 14k net worth lead on minions. It's 16 for 3, so they're getting a kill a minute essentially at this point.
Yeah. So the scary thing right now is like these supports can't do anything against the core on
Here we go, and then that
minion.
snowball onto Handswag. They're going to catch him into the swashbuckle with their walrus punch.
They're gonna disengage. Very good maledict,
Nice,
telling
good
them to just
Maledict
back
on
up.
him there. Oh, nice, he's going to get pipped by the
Oh,
calls. Well done.
Very
though.
good.
And they're fighting there. This guy's going to be a spot of trouble. Does fall down to a shield crash.
Yeah.
And
Russell
getting frozen
Black
again
paying
there.
with his
420, you might be in trouble. Or can they kill him out? Yes, they can. Well done.
No,
And Freaky
that
Phil
was
does
some
it.
crazy.
But still a double kill for Elemental. So this Pango having a decent game.
That is fine. They got Tusk and they got Timber.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
787 or so gold. That's a lot of money. Unfortunately, the Timber went to the way of the Witch Doctor. The money would have been really nice on Jug.
Are fortified. Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, if we check out the graphs, so we've got a nice kind of downward graph going towards minions. Unfortunately, they have just been dominating a large
Radiant's
portion of this
bottom
game,
tower is
pretty
under
much.
attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Net worth really not looking good. I mean, like Jaguar is fourth from the bottom, right? Like this guy is not scary at all.
Yeah, and there we go. Open wounds coming out onto Matthias. Not much is going to happen there. And nice enrage coming out. There we go. We spoke about that Radiance. Nice Terrorize coming out there as well from the Dark Willis. That's just going to send everyone back to base. Oh boy, catching and Blade Fury committed there. And they're looking to chase down Mexican. He's got that extra movement speed. Is it enough? Nice Bramble's going to pop. And awesome Infest there. Oh, they're looking to fight their turn. Oh my goodness. And the Bedlam doing
That
the work
Omni
there.
Slash did work.
I mean, yeah, it killed the Lifestealer, but the last 3 players, the ulti coming a little bit too late.
It's 700 gold going the way of your Jug there, right? Like they really need that money on their core. They really need that money on there.
Fortified.
I mean, so like Omnislash taking off the Lifestealer, are you quite happy with that?
Let's just be frank, that took out a 30% HP lifestealer, right? It never took out a lifestealer.
I mean, please don't be frank with me, okay?
So there's a long way to go before this matchup is even. It's 17,000.
And there we go, Blade Fury
Difference
committed.
in
Nice
net-
ulti coming in from the A. It does get off the Walrus Smash, Walrus Punch there, but there's a huge Maledict catching him, but
Juggernaut,
double kill
but
coming in. Onward from the Pango, and the Curse Crown is going to stun him there. Nice Shackles coming out. The triple kill, godlike Pango there though.
great.
Well played coming out from the Mexican though. And that is a 3. Getting traded though, so Handswag should be in a spot of trouble, and this Shadow Realm
another-
should finish him off. 1, 2, 3, boom, you're a dead man. Then that's 4 going down from Skiet, binne. So they're definitely not shooting much in anyone, really. Sorry, that's
So
crude.
when do these guys go high ground? Did they have all the tools to go high ground?
I guess in the next 5 minutes they go high ground, man. That's what I would say.
This tower's gonna fall, then they're gonna like get the mid one, maybe Roche, and then come back.
Oh, here we go. Shield crash onto the AA, but he does get shackled. Buzz pop the ult. He is gonna get the Gaffy Chad. Man, oh man, he dunks you like Michael Jordan. And
this is 2 phenomenal games on the Pango, right?
well, this is it. If you're watching these games, you gotta ban the Pango for Elemental. He is playing so well.
And the mobility is just nuts, right? It's mobile, it's got good damage on its Q, it's got damage reduction with shield.
No, he's having a Sterling game.
Really hard to deal with a good Pango.
And I was saying earlier when they did it the first game, I hadn't seen a Pango in a long time. People aren't picking him, it's not really in right now. Meanwhile, Elemental, that's his jam. Swashbuckle coming out in the air, ulti. Omnislash jumping and not doing a hell of a lot at all. Nice Terra's coming out there from the Dark Waller, coming back in, and unfortunately that ward not doing too much. Brambles coming out as well into Warrior's Punch. Jumps in, killing spree there for Crew Dude. He's doing pretty well. Nice get frozen from the A. Get him pounding down by the tower, but it's not enough.
Tusk and Willow just destroying this backline.
Destroying it so much. 1 for 3 they trade there in range. Oh man, and open wounds onto that bristleback that you mentioned earlier.
You know, like when your supports can just man fight 3 heroes right by a tower.
So, I mean,
that's nuts.
The Witch Doctor dropped an awesome death ward. Unfortunately, he did get popped by the Tuskar. And I mean, like you said, they can jump into the backgrounds, they can really destroy and blow up these supports. And it's not even big people that jump into supports. It's not a Void, it's not a Quap doing it, it's 2 damn support heroes.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And I think when the picks came up and we saw that Tuskar Lifestealer first, we thought, hell, this is a good combo. When we saw the Dark Willow coming up, we thought, oh shit, this is even a better combo. And you know what? Minions are obviously a team that have played together maybe for a while. They know each other. They got a decent drafter and captain. They scrim possibly. And isn't that the difference between winning a game and losing a game, Brave?
100%. So maybe like a pick that would have changed this a lot is like replacing Witch Doctor for like Oracle. To like really keep whoever they're being aggressive on alive, and I think something like that would have really changed that lane up.
All right, so there's one tier 2 tower here, and they're looking to take it down. There should just be pretty much one more hit on it. Handswag trying to save it. Meanwhile, 420 is like, screw you, I'm going to jump in the background. Does get an ultimate with a Maledict, but Swashbuckle does come in, and huge shield crash, does take him down. And here we go, gets the snowball onto Handswag. Nice, 420 does fall down. Power shot coming through, isn't going to match anyone.
Good block, but he blocks himself.
Yes, good block. Who you blocking for? Meanwhile, here comes Full. Doesn't have an Omni Slash though. My goodness, he's got Curse Crown in him. And Rolling Thunder coming out. He's going to... Nice, so the Warrior's Punch going through the Blade Fury. He does have Omni Slash. He's going to kill anyone. It's going to do jack to this Pango as his Swashbuckle's out as well. So this Omni Slash, not big enough, Brave. Nice cast coming out into Maledict, but unfortunately the ward can't do anything, and Terrorize ultimately blocks that ward. No, nothing happens. Shackle's coming out as well into Blade Fury. Mega kill for this flippin' crude dude. And wow, actually nice team fight too, falling on the side of minions. Damn it, this Witch Doctor ulti can't get off at all as the Terrorize pops him down. You spoke about the supports getting into the background. Does Jules himself up. He does get pipped down, but the Curse Crown perfect time, and he should get finished off by Elemental. Yeah, it does get snowballed in. This fight carries on, and he doesn't have a punch. Yes, he does indeed. Actually, he's got the Spirit Vessel as well. No need. Chasing down Matthias. Are they going to catch him? They can't.
One more Q coming out.
And there we go. Oh, Swashbuckle. Nice. Beautiful.
I think Windrunner's doing just fine.
Holy shit, Brave. Awesome Terrorizer onto that Death Ward. The Witch Doctor can't get his ultimate off at all.
And just before that, like Tusk just dropped into ball, snowball, dodged a bunch of damage. Terrorize comes out, cancels it, comes out of ball. You know, they have all the tools to deal with what Radiant has to offer them, right? such tanky heroes. Juggernaut doesn't mean anything. They got all of this aggression and initiation, so the supports can't keep up. I mean, AA can't keep up with all of this disable. AA can't keep up. Great ultimate. That's.
Are you a firm believer that the draft can win you the game?
100%. 100%.
I mean,
it takes about 80% of the work away. If you've got a good lineup, your work is done already. Then you just need to play the lineup. But if your lineup if you get out drafted, you have to work so hard to win the game.
how hard?
So hard.
That's what she said.
Indeed it is.
But no, definitely, we spoke about Lifestealer. He had a natural carrier in someone like the Tuskar. Then we saw Willow coming up. Then we saw the Penguin. We're like, awesome, we love these two heroes together. It hasn't happened kind of since the patch from way back when. And yeah, minions did 60% of their work in that draft, I think. And Skiet, binne are actually feeling it. They're feeling it big time.
Bottom shrine has fallen.
100%.
So they're taking shrines down, so they can't leave the base. They've got 2 sets of shrines down. They're looking to take Uncle Roche now. I think it's going to be uncontested. Maybe an AA ult goes into that. But otherwise, I can't. I don't see it. There we
Roche
go.
is going down pretty slowly.
Yeah, he's going down slowly, but like I said, Skiet, binne maybe aren't even in a position to look at it. So
No, they can't even contest this. It's way too scary, right? Like, they'll just melt.
they will just melt. I don't even think the AA ulti went into the Roche pit.
26 minutes, and we're sitting on a phase boots Yasha Juggernaut. This is not where you want your pos one to be.
Yeah, so
I mean, we got Hood of Defiance and Vanguard on the bridge, so he can kind of protect his team. But they need the pipe. They need the pipe.
But I mean, so unfortunately, he did have a tri-lane against him, so it was a little hard for this Juggernaut to do things. We saw that. It was tough. Alright, so we do have a disconnect coming from the Lifestealer. Yeah, so what I was saying there, you were speaking about an aggressive tri-lane. The Juggernaut had a hard time. He, like you said, so what does he have? He's got boots and a Yasha. He's trying to build up a Sangan Yasha now. He's far from really having big items that are going to change this game.
And if you look back to the start of the game, the aggression wasn't on Jug per se. They just took out his buddy more than once, and automatically you're not safe. You don't want to be here. There's 3 heroes and you're one, and you don't want to be here. You move away, you lose farm, you lose level. And Jug is supposed to own his lane. He is supposed to be the scary one, right? But he's supposed to be a threat.
Who the hell wants to face a big Juggernaut? I mean, but it's like that with any carries safe laner. The guy gets big and then they're scary. Be it a Terror Blade, be it a Void. I mean, Omnislash comes out, isn't going to do damage. They go straight into the Blade Fury. Walrus Punch can go through. It does get him though. We've got Enrage coming out and Shield Crash doing the work. They're godlike on Elemental. Meanwhile, 420 in a little bit of trouble, but he's surviving. He's actually got a Holy Locket, so he's pretty fine.
Yeah, this is nuts. It's not just a Holy Locket, it's Bloodstone Holy Locket with Aegis.
I didn't even see all the items there quickly. Bramble does come out, does catch Huntswag Miller, so they're going to catch him. Their Power Shot coming out though, but Rolling Thunder is going to get committed. And he's cruising around, Shield Crash not getting really. Mativa's trying to run for the base, does catch him off, well done. Oh, there we go, gets him there. Swashbuckle, taking him down, has to bar back. Ooh, nice.
Oh, another power shot.
Nice power shot, but does miss and terrorize. They're coming out there. Isn't going to do too much. I do like the shackles. A ulti not really catching anyone there. And Bramble's there once again getting thrown out there. Nice curse crown onto Huntswag Miller. Meanwhile, catches him right in front of this Lifestealer. He's going to freaking poke away. Open wounds does come on. Oh, and Crude Dude getting the last kill off there with the Shadow Realm there. Cars coming out there onto 420. Should get the cold feet as well. Are you going to stay? No, you're not. Full can't chase you down. Yule Scepter getting coming up. Well done from the support. Ouch. Dark. I mean, that power shot missing.
He's much needed snipes just not landing.
Shit,
They're close enough, but not close enough.
Yeah, and it's a 35 net worth lead on the side of Minions, so they have a cracker of a game.
Tusk does not care. He does not care.
No, this Tusker doesn't give a damn.
It's
He's
like
jumping
3-4
in.
heroes here, and he's just like, this is my home.
That's a nice AA ulti. It's catching a lot more this time into Jugger's Blade Fury. It's not going to do too much like the cost, but of course the natural BKB coming out there. Open woods onto Figure Field. Ouch.
3 hits.
Yep, doesn't do too much. Everyone's in the Uber ride. Let's snowball in. Oh, massive double kill there for Infest. And yeah, so that's a double kill for Mexican.
Goodbye, Rax.
Yep.
I mean, Windrunner has to stand here at the back and power shot. AA's got ult in 7 seconds, but that's not going to dissuade these guys.
Yeah, so things looking pretty good, and 420 going on to Gaffy Chan. So it's a Gaffy Chan
That's
420
nice.
versus a 420. Who's the more stoned one? We don't know.
Omni, the Omelette?
Oh.
And
Still got an
Toggle-
Aegis of the
Toggle?
Immortal. Doesn't even
Terrorize.
have to use it.
Oh, beautiful.
If they kill him here, he's still going to come back to life. He's got the extra health, and here we go. 4 more seconds. Oh boy. And he's jumping straight back into the fight. He doesn't give a damn.
And now we just start all over again.
That's it.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Oh man, and 420 is jumping straight back into the action. He's looking to catch Fricky Field. Oh yes, does get the ulti, a beautiful ulti, but we talked about that backline earlier, so Walrus Punch coming out, finishing off Hanswag Miller. That Death Ward just getting negated early on. Mativis dropping as well. That's 5 for the side. Well played, getting pulled.
There we
GG
go,
called
and
by
they call
Phil.
it.
Yep.
Radiant's bottom
44k
You know,
net
2
worth
of their
lead.
heroes were taking top racks while that happened, and 2 just fought the remaining lineup. They could just split their forces, they were that strong. Overwhelming performance by Minion.
No, super decent performance there by Minions. So they win their second game of the evening. They're going to secure themselves a decent place atop of Group 8. Man, so that went 48 to 11 in 31 minutes. Let's check out the scoreboard. Ouchies, 18 to 1 on the Pango. He had a good game. Got himself an Abyssal Blade as well with a Monkey King bar. Ouch.
And your support Willow following real close with an 11 to 24.
Yeah, so she racked up a ton of it. Okay, let's just look at those 2 heroes. Willow and the Tuskar. 24 assists, 25 assists. They were in every team fight. They rotated mid, constantly in snowballs. I mean, look at those assists on both of them. Like
This just shows that they had no kill threat. I mean, they had to work so hard to execute the threat, right? They needed to land Maledict, they needed to land AA Blast, and stack Quills and Spin and Omni with a power shot. They had to have all of this land to kill this tanky aggressive lineup, and they just never got the space to line it all up.
I mean, no, they did not. And then, of course, that Death Ward always getting taken down by someone either like the Dark Willow or the Tuskar. So Fricky Field is having a tough time getting his ultimate off. He goes 3 for 14. Shame, so he had a bit of a tough time. Couldn't get his level 10 up, and he was literally like 100th away from getting a level 10. So close. Oh man. So I think Minions of Dionysus just really showing us, they're going to secure this Group 8 and do pretty well throughout this tournament. I mean, I hope they go far. They look pretty decent. I would suggest you guys...
I'm really looking forward to the next game.
I would suggest to everyone ban this Pango. It does too much work.
Get rid of Pango. He soloed against the Bristleback and came out on top, right?
But
that's not.
yeah, Brave, I must thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me for this last game of the evening. Do appreciate it a lot.
100%. Thanks for having me.
No, perfect, man. I did enjoy the fun we had on this cast, and it was a really, really nice game between these two teams.
Awesome game to watch.
Yeah. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does wrap up Group 8 tonight. We've had 3 games. That's going to wrap us up for this fine Wednesday evening. We're going to come back with more action tomorrow night. So, tomorrow night, this is round 2. No, it's not round 2. Round 2 tomorrow night of Group 8. So please, guys, we'll see you all tomorrow night starting at 7:30. Yeah. This is me, Muzz. Peace out. Cheers, Brave.
Cheers.
All right. Bye, guys.